Hey, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Molly.
And we're
Jeff and Molly Outdoors. Alright guys, if you saw our previous videos, you'd see that we started the Natchez Trace Parkway, and we went all the way from down here at Napier Mine, and we went all the way north to Nashville. Today, we're going to go ahead, and it looks like Jack's Branch will be our first stop today. It'll be south of Napier Mine. And then maybe hit the old Trace Drive, well, Laurel Hill Lake we've already done, which that is off the roadways. Exhibit Shelter, maybe Dogwood Mud Hole. But come go with us as we explore more of the Natchez Trace Parkway. Alright guys, we are at Jack's Branch. So we're going to climb on down this little cutout spot and get down and see what we have down here. Been raining off and on, kind of drizzly today, so it's a good day just to go out and do some scouting out on the trace, because we're in the vehicle and out of the vehicle also. And just because it's raining and yucky doesn't mean you have to stay in. Yes, we got the rain poncho just in case.
Jack's Branch. I can see some minnows in there. You can see them. I don't know if there's any smallmouth in this stream or not. It's a nice little picnic area. Picnic tables and grills, trash cans all down through here. There's another little deep hole. Let's see if we can see any fish in it. I don't see anything at all. No big fish. There's some minnows. I bet you that would be fun. Maybe we can get Molly to walk across it, huh? You know she's not dumb enough to do that. There's some more. That's what I just said. I was wondering if we could get Miss Molly to go walk across that. Then I said, she's not dumb enough to do that. I saw some more minnows in this hole here. It's minnows, not minnows. I'm just kidding you. I haven't seen no bigger fish though. Which, whoop, there's one going down that slide. Smallmouth migrate, so you know they may come up in these shallower stuff in the warmer weather, but I don't know if they migrate up here or not. Catfish migrate, smallmouth migrate. There's some more minnows. This little creek is plumb full of minnows. That's a nice ledge. I don't know if you can see it on this camera, but that ledge right there is undercut, that where the bedrock is, and then it goes into the deep water. And that's the kind of place that, or places that smallmouth and red eye, we call them black perch, that they like to hang out underneath there and come out and get their prey. It's a pretty little branch. There's a nice little hole. There's a nice little hole. Let's see if we can spot any bigger fish in it. Water's pretty clear for all the rain we've been having. I mean, we've had an overabundance of rain. God has blessed us with that. Here in Middle Tennessee. I don't see any smallmouth. I don't see any small fish. I don't see any big fish. Water looks like it's a little bit murky, but it's pretty clear. There's some minnows. I know you probably can't tell, but there's another one of those ledges, undercut ledges from the bedrock, and it goes back. There's no telling how many smallmouth I've pulled out of places like that. They ambush their prey from underneath those spots. I had a smallmouth one time. It was probably close to 3 pounds, I guess, and it went way back up under one of those ledges, about 6 or 7 foot, and I just knew for sure I was going to cut my line. I had to get my rod tip under the water. There's something splashed in the water up there. I couldn't tell if it's something jumped in off the bank or if it was a fish. I don't know. I was too busy running my mouth. There's another ledge. You probably can't tell again. But I'm sure that's probably undercut also. Just a great place if you want to catch some red eye or black perch. Again, that's what we call red eye black perch in this part of the country. My parents called them, trying to think what they did call them. I can't, Rockies, little rocky, but here they call them black perch, and so in Rome. And we've been here nearly 13 years in Middle Tennessee. More ledges along the sides there. But I love to see the smallmouth and the black perch come out from underneath those ledges, and they'll hammer a bait. I mean, it'll shock you how hard they hit. About time to start wading these rivers and branches. Huh? Fishing. Miss Molly's ready to go fishing. She loves to fish. She's my fishing buddy. Smallmouth usually identify with rock, and largemouth bass usually identify with wood, but you can find largemouth on wood or rock and smallmouth on wood. But at any rate, you're not here for a fishing lesson, and I'm no professional anyway. I just something I've been doing all my life, and I enjoy getting out. Whether it's fishing or hiking or hunting, backpacking, camping, doesn't matter. I enjoy it all. Another little hole. I don't think we're gonna find any smallmouth in this little branch though. Another ledge right there, it's undercut. Little branch coming down there, coming down the hillside.
Okay, Jack's Branch was a pretty little spot that I think we'll bring our grandkids here whenever they come up to visit. I think that'd be a good spot to camp. And so we just finished up at Jack's Branch. The next thing down would be the exhibit shelter at mile marker 370. So let's head down there and see what they have. We're not going to go into the Laura Hill Lake because our last video we crossed the dam and showed you the lake from there. So we're just going to head on down. It looks like the Laura Hill Lake is probably about a quarter of a mile drive down that road into it. So we're just going to head on down and find the exhibit shelter. Well, there was no sign showing exhibit shelter, so I don't have a clue. We saw this off the side of the road. I guess this is what they're talking about as an exhibit shelter. Not what I expected, but has different types of boards showing different things about the trace. So maybe. Already been to the Gordon House. Jackson Falls Showcase, I believe we've been there. And the Meriwether Lewis site, we've been there. Just watch for wildlife, avoid distractions, and make sure you're sharing the road with cyclers or anyone else that might be coming. Make sure you beware of poison ivy, ticks, Fire ants and snakes. Ha! 1,000 years of history. As you can see, we still have a long way to go south. We're still at the top peak. Well, that was the exhibit shelter. The next thing will be Dogwood Mud Hole. See if we can find it or if it's as hidden as what this. Well, there really wasn't nothing there to look at. Maybe when the dogwoods are in bloom, maybe it'd be a prettier sight, but we couldn't find anything interesting to even look at there. So let's move on down and we'll try to see if we can find the Glen Rock branch.
We've crossed a hill, or a high portion. The water was all running north at the last branch we was at, Jack's branch, I think. This water's flowing south, as you can see there. Did you notice that, Miss Molly?
What's that?
This water's flowing south.
Yeah, it is. They have a little trail going down here to this branch, so let's head on down and see what sights we can see here.
I haven't seen no bigger fish. In this little branch either. It's a pretty little branch though. And Miss Molly and I both got a picture of that rock up on there. So I can get it with a better light, lift it up. Nice. These rocks are slick. They're not terrible slick, but they're slick enough. If you got bad joints like I do, you could hurt yourself pretty easy. Miss Molly's sporting a new pair of hiking shoes. These are trail runner shoes. Actually, they're Ultras with an A. And How do you like them so far, Miss
So
Molly?
far I like them.
Like them real well? They're a 0-drop shoe.
A lot of toe room.
And they've got a huge toe box. So look at the toe box on that. Compared to my Moabs, the toe box is much bigger. And her foot's smaller than mine. Her mouth's bigger than mine, but her ouch. I deserve that. Oh, mercy day. But they look like real nice shoes. I might try them next time I buy a pair of hiking shoes, just see how they do. Nice. It's pretty down here. Oh, there's a, what do you call it? A split in the rock. As my voice cracks. Rock. There it is. Nice. That's on that tippy rock up there.
Tippy rock.
Why don't you go stand on the end, on that left side of that rock from
Can
here.
I jump up and down?
Jump up and see if you can. I think there's probably enough mass on that back side. Not your backside, the rock's backside. It won't move. I'm gonna shut up.
Just dig it deeper.
Oh, mercy.
Nice little branch.
She's gonna kill me for recording that. But we'll keep that between you and I. The crane. Thus far, the rain has cooperated with us.
Yes, it has.
The crane. Good night, almighty.
Well, this was Glen Rock Branch. Now we'll go down and see if we can locate the Sweetwater Branch.
Caroline. Boom, boom, boom. Good time never felt so good. People are idiots. One misstep on them and not paying attention, you'd hurt yourself. That's slicker than snot on a doorknob, I guarantee. I guarantee. Old Justin Wilson.
Guarantee.
Are they slick to those new shoes of yours?
I was going to say, but yeah.
That's funny. No, she falls down. Sweetwater Branch. I brought my filter with me. I'd filter me out some of this water and see how sweet it is. I'm just debating if I jump down there with my crippled old knees, which I couldn't jump, and I don't have a trekking pole, if I could get back up. I've only had about 40 knee surgeries between both my knees, ACL, both of them, that's a ligament, the anterior cruciate ligament, tore both of them, tore the left one 3 times I think, and not only that, but there was a tendon, I can't remember what it was, and not to mention meniscus damage, cartilage damage, and my one knee, my left one's bone on bone, and I do have a little bit of cartilage in my right knee left. I want to try to preserve it as much as I can, and I guess they kind of fix themselves, grow, you know, from what I understand. So I still want to get out and do stuff, but I don't want to hurt myself in the process and then make my quality of life worse. I know, I want to come here and do some smallmouth fishing. We're still in Tennessee, right? I don't think we crossed the state line yet. Man, I'd like to come here. And this side, this direction, it doesn't look quite as good to me, but I don't know anything. I don't know anything. But that north end going upstream from there, that hole, it made me want to go up in the truck and get my fishing rod.
Will do.
Let's see if I could spot any smallmouth in this hole. Boy, there's a nice hole over there. Ooh. I gotta come over here and try this. I doubt there's any in here, but you never know till you try. I have fished places. I can't tell. This little hole's too deep to, and the water's too murky. To tell if there's anything in it. There's minnows in here. If you get a hole like this, it's over 3 foot, I'd say, by looking, and it's hard to tell looking through water, but by the looks of it, it's 3.5, 4 foot deep. It looks like it might get a little deeper there. Holes like this will hold smallmouth. If it's any good, I'll let you know. Hole runs over a little shoal and sweeps right into this. That's a pretty little hole right here. If nothing else, might be able to catch some red eye out of here. Looks like some good places for fish to bed back in there. I bet you that's all soft. Well, any of this, I mean, they'll bed in this. But that's really out of the current out over there. I think today's February 19th or 18th or 19th, I can't remember. It's 60 some degrees today. This winter's been kind of unusual. But I would love to come fish this.
Says it's a soiled building. Seeping groundwater, chemical action, and physical pressures from plants, roots, and repeated freezing and thawing are gradually reducing these solid rocks into small granules. Decaying leaves, animal remains, and decaying wood will mix with these granules to add another layer of soil to our forest floor. Well, I have no clue where Jeff has got off to. He went down and was checking another spot out the river. There he comes. I thought he found a spot and just couldn't stand the fever no more and had to run and grab fishing poles. But there he comes through the woods. Looks like this is the end of the trail. Bring us out here and checking some more of the creek
Looks like
out.
a good fishing hole right there.
Yeah, looks like another good fishing hole right over here.
I'm gonna come down here and fish this.
We're
gonna come down here and fish this.
We are going to come down and fish this. You can't go fishing without me.
I told folks.
Looks like an in and out, so we're going to head on back down the trail back toward the truck.
I said, boogala.
All right, guys. That was Sweetwater Branch. It looks like we're going to go on down south. The time now is 2:55. So, looks like McGlamory Stand will be the next. I figure they belong to one of these houses over in here.
No, you don't jump up. No.
I hate seeing dogs out. You never know if they were left or what. So there's a neighborhood, but. Well, we had our snack and played with the pups a little bit. They're not starving, so we figured they belong to one of the homes here in town. You're close. There's a church here and a couple other houses right here close. So, but the McGlamory Stand, we don't see anything, no trails, nothing in here, no monuments, nothing. So, I don't know what it was supposed to be other than the sign that we saw when we came in. So I reckon we'll finish up our beverages and head on down the road. Okay, McGlamory Stand, we just came out of there. Heading to Sunken Trace at mile marker 350. And then Holly, and it looks like Cypress Creek. And State Line would be the final thing for, it looks like maybe today. We'll see how these go. Supposed to have been sunken past to where the wagons tried to come through, and they just kept getting bogged down and ended up making a new path in the nearby woods. It looks like maybe a small trail that we get to go down. I don't know if we'll see anything or not. Surely over the years they've been closed in, but said it was snake infested and haunted and all kinds of stuff on this trail.
Haunted by robbers, not by
Haunted by
spooks.
robbers.
Not by haints. Not by haints.
Not by haints.
The word booger man actually comes from the trace, the Natchez Trace, and it just meant that was what a term that was given to robbers.
Okay.
They were boogers.
So it is boogers.
As you can see where these paths, they got so boggy, there's one over there, one here, one there.
Yeah, they made all different paths.
Yeah. Pretty slick.
Trying to get the wagons through, and they said they just kept sinking. And it was a good spot that the robbers just stood wait for their next person to come through and get stuck.
Well, the whole trace had robbers on it, or a booger man.
Did it?
They said the booger man's gonna get you. That's what they meant. That's where that term started. I read that somewhere. I don't remember where.
Yeah, I don't think the trail actually does anything. It's just a little trail just to walk around the beaten path at the moment. You see down here, you can see where water's all laid down in there. And then it goes on to more of a bog. So we'll just head on back up to the truck, I reckon. So you found some red pine, which you can tell from the 2 needles.
2 needles on each one of those. I don't know what you call them.
Each of them little sections.
Yellow pine has 3 needles. White pine has 5. Red pine has a lot of fat wood. Yellow pine has some fat wood, and white pine has very little.
And the fat wood is something that you can cut after the tree has died.
And rotted away. Even.
And rotted away, and
what's left will be
you can see
wood.
the sap all in the center, and it smells kind of like kerosene,
like
and
turpentine.
Like turpentine.
Yeah.
And it will take a spark, and it is a real good thing to carry for tinder, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll get a fire going.
You get a fire going good. Okay, we have started way up here at Napier Mine. We have covered all of this. We just got done at Sunken Trace. Next thing we're looking for, about a mile down it looks like, is Holly, and then Cypress Creek, and then State Line. So let's move on. Rain's starting to come down a little bit more. So if we have any more trails, we might need to pull out our rain ponchos.
Mine's been out.
I know yours has been out, but mine's not. I have to dig mine out. But that's part of hiking. I mean, sometimes you get into some weather. You can't always bank on what the weatherman says, because you stick around for a couple minutes, it's gonna change.
We're car hop hiking.
Yeah, we're car hop hiking. There you go.
Up in that tree right there. See all that kissy stuff up in that tree?
Kissy stuff? Mistletoe. Kissy stuff.
Kissy stuff.
That tree is full of kissy stuff.
Plumb full of kissy stuff.
Okay, yeah, we're now at Holly, and it looks like it's mainly for a picnic area. That's the only thing it showed. So let's go down here and check her out. Got a little creek flow in here. I know we've had a lot of water, so I'm sure it's probably not normal with how much it's flowing.
This is a nice open mossy picnic area here at Holly. Let's walk over here. I was going to there's some moving water over here. I don't know what the name of the little branch is. I just wanted to come over and see what was at the base of this. Huh. Miss Molly's taking pictures or something over yonder. I'm more interested in the water flowing over here. And would it be possible? Could it and would it be possible to hold any smallmouth? Pretty little creek. A root ball. I think it's definitely wide enough, big enough. It could hold some smallies, some bronze backs. Sandy over here. A little further, just a little further north of here, if you remember, all the terrain along the creeks was gravel and sand, you know, and the sand was real thick, coarse sand. This sand here is a very fine sand. Look at that. It's different. Makes you want to throw a kayak in and float. You know this dumps into the Tennessee River. Tell you what, that hole makes you want to go up to the truck, get the rod out, and cast a little bit. Is what it makes you want to do. At least me. But I know we don't have time for that. It sure looks good down through there, don't it? That is a beautiful mossy park, man. I'm telling you, that's lovely. Man, it's just lovely. All right. I have no idea, but it'd be horrible to get stuck out here.
Yeah, it didn't say nothing about a trail even being over this direction, but obviously there is a small trail.
It probably just
Well, watch
loops
that
around.
big old widowmaker. Wow.
Gonna lose sight of that. The sky is not too bright. Let's see if I can put a little light on this thing. I don't know. Nope, that didn't help, did it? There it goes. Ah, didn't help long. Goes all the way to the top of that tree. Pretty cool.
Looks like it's just gonna bring us back over to the truck. This little pass, there is a little walk around trail to go through holly. You can see there's holly bushes down through here. So I reckon that's how it ended up getting its name. Look how this goes. See how you got the widowmaker? On this outside you have what looks like a piece of bark or something. But look how it comes down into another branch. That is just too cool.
I don't know how well it does. I've never tried it, but
He said all this stuff.
this here, this fuzzier stuff.
Okay. It's called lichen.
Yeah, I believe so.
And he said you can use it for a fire starter.
I don't know how well it works. I've never done it, but I've heard tell you can use it for catching a spark. I'm sure you'd probably have to dry it. It'd be too damp today to.
Yeah, I've seen it on a lot of little logs through the woods, and sometimes you see it's really ferned out.
That's growing on
That's
steel
pretty
pipe
cool.
there.
Yeah, and that's growing on steel pipe. All right, so that was holly. Next is Cypress Creek.
Cypress?
Mm-hmm.
Or cypress? Which one?
Cypress.
Cypress Creek.
And then State Line. Looks like this is another picnic area. Cypress Creek. We'll walk down here and check it out here. Yeah, nice handicap access. Looks like it's all cemented down into here.
This is Cypress Creek. This is the same branch we was on last. We're just downstream, I don't know, a couple, 2 mile, 3 miles, something like that. It's not far. It definitely has widened out some, I think. Don't you? Huh? Looks pretty good. It'll get real wide down a few miles downstream because it'll hit the Tennessee River. I'm not sure how far that is, but probably, well, I'm not even going to venture a guess. You can look at the map and see. I hadn't looked at the map, so I said I wouldn't venture a guess, but it makes me want to put my kayak on it and float. Fish the slower holes and drift on. But this is another pretty little site. Picnic tables. Somebody's got them a nice rock collection here. Hopefully Miss Molly won't see it. She'll take it home. She collects rocks like lost puppies. Yeah. Don't tell her I said that though. Don't tell Miss Molly I said that. Got some barbecue grills, some picnic tables. This spot is not as sandy as the other spot. The last spot had a finer sand to it. This is coarser, more chert-like. And we have debris falling out of the trees. As you can see, those trees are, if I can stand still long enough for you to see, there, wind's whipping pretty good. Moving probably a good 15-20 mile an hour. It has picked up. Hope the audio, hey, look there. She's looking at the rocks. I told you. Now leave them rocks alone, Miss Molly. I know you did. She said she had to look. Oh. She wanted to take those puppies home with us so bad. But there was houses there. I'm sure those puppies was, well, I mean, I don't know, but they looked pretty healthy, so I'm sure they belong somewhere around that neighborhood. I hope so. Miss Molly and I, we left there, both of us was oohing and on and over the pups, and both of us really wanted to take them home with us, but we really can't. We can't take no more pups home with us. Four sycamores into that base of that one tree. We got two on this side. And then there's two more over here. Wow. At first I thought it was just three, but there's four there. That's something.
I'm always looking for boogers. And look, there's one on that tree.
Let's see how high.
It's pretty high up.
Out there.
All right, guys. We went from Napier Mine all the way down to Cypress Creek. And we're figuring state line is just saying that that's the state line. So we're going to go ahead and head back home, and next time we come out,
How many miles to the Tennessee River?
we'll head on down. Looks like we probably have 10, maybe 11 miles, 12 miles to the Tennessee River.
I was going to say about 10-ish miles, but I didn't know. I hadn't looked at the map.
So the next time we'll go down to Rock Springs and then down to Lauderdale and then cross over the Tennessee River. So it's been fun. So if you enjoyed the video, like, share, and subscribe, and come with us next time on our adventures on making memories at Jeff and Molly Outdoors.